I rise in strong support of H.R. 288, Separation of Powers Restoration Act, or SOPRA. The Constitution separates the powers of the federal government into a system of checks and balances. Article 1, Section 1 grants Congress all legislative power, while executive power is granted to the President and judicial power is vested in the courts, as we all know. However, since 1984, when the Supreme Court ruled that courts must defer to an agency's interpretation of an ambiguous statute, rather than what Congress intended, the executive branch has begun usurping the legislative branch to issue regulations with the force of law. This consolidation of power departs from the constitutional principles and harms our own liberties. It is certainly not what our founders intended. Yet this 1984 ruling, known as Chevron, has paved the way for unelected bureaucrats to issue sweeping rules with no consequences. Just in 2021, for example, executive branch agencies issued more than 3,200 rules that imposed vaccine mandates on workers. They were also involved in overturning the Keystone Pipeline and required a $15 minimum wage for federal contractors and allowed the IRS to spy on Americans and their bank accounts. Meanwhile, that same year, only 143 bills passed by Congress were signed into law. This means executive branch agencies impose more than 20 times as many mandates as actual legislators. And these regulations are not without cost. According to the American Action Forum, federal agencies collectively finalized $200 billion in regulatory costs in 2021, equivalent to more than $600 per U.S. household. In 2022, we saw an additional $117 billion in regulatory costs added to the bottom line. Taken with rules from previous administrations and according to the Competitive Enterprise Institute, the total annual cost of regulation is almost $2 trillion, or about 8% of the U.S. GDP. If we're a country, for comparison, U.S. regulation would be the world's 8th largest economy, only behind France. If members of this chamber impose that kind of cost on taxpayers, well, we know what would happen. We'd all be voted out of office. Yet the Biden administration continues to issue binding rules and courts continue to apply the Chevron doctrine when determining its statutory authority. It's no surprise to see that the president will probably oppose this legislation and promise to veto it. Just 5 months into 2023, and we've already seen his administration circumvent Congress to make changes to non-competes, require climate disclosures by the Department of Defense contractors, and ban the use of pistol braces nationwide. An unchecked administrative state is dangerous to the American people. This is why it's imperative that Congress regain its legislative power by passing H.R. 288. The Separation of Powers Restoration Act would displace Chevron and other precedents that require courts to defer to agency positions. It ensures that courts independently consider what Congress has said through its statutes rather than putting a thumb on the scale in favor of the federal agencies.
Oh, wow, friends. I have breaking news to share with you this Thursday. Republicans in the House of Representatives have just announced new changes to government spending. It looks like deeper spending cuts may be approved very soon. But lucky Americans in some states are set to receive a large relief payment this week. However, experts say that this comes with a hidden catch. My dear friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for all of the information that you need to know. Also, tomorrow, which is Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Today, Republicans in the U.S. House of Representatives adopted government spending targets for the next fiscal year, below the level agreed by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy and President Biden. Experts say that this sets up a fight with a Democratic-led Senate that could again risk a government shutdown. The House Appropriations Committee voted 33 to 27 along party lines to adopt a discretionary spending level of $1.47 trillion for fiscal year 2024, which starts on October 1st, 2023. That is about $129 billion less than $1.59 trillion set out in the debt ceiling bill. The targets would maintain defense spending at the $866 billion level agreed in the debt ceiling legislation. But the plan would slash spending for the environment, public assistance, and foreign aid. It would also increase spending for prescription enforcement and countering China. Democrats say that the lower levels renege on the debt ceiling agreement. Republicans counter that deal, only capped spending. And according to officials, Congress will try to pass 12 appropriations bill before October, covering everything from law enforcement to scientific research. This past Wednesday, the panel adopted a bill that would cut spending on agriculture and the Food and Drug Administration by 30% from its current levels. Republicans on the committee unveiled another bill for energy and water development that Democrats said cuts spending on domestic programs like green energy incentives by 22%. However, lower spending levels could make it harder for the House to reach an agreement with a Democratic-led Senate. Federal agencies may have to shut down if the two chambers are unable to agree to spending levels by October. Representative Rosa DeLauro, the top House Democratic appropriator, told reporters, "They are moving towards a shutdown. That's what they seem to want to guarantee." The House also recently passed a bill titled the Gas Stove Protection and Freedom Act, which would prevent the Biden administration from enacting a ban on gas stoves. The administration has not announced any plans to ban the appliances, but the GOP bill is a reaction to a real effort pioneered by California cities, including Los Angeles, to ban new gas line hookups in order to fight climate change and protect people from indoor air pollution. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section below. Now, friends, according to officials, many Americans are set to receive a large annual payment, but it comes with a hidden catch. Alaska residents classified as eligible not paid will receive their 2022 permanent fund dividend payment of $3,284 on June 15th. The payment represents a portion of the state's oil and gas revenues for the year. While most residents have received their checks, many are still listed as eligible not paid, with one more group receiving their payment sometime in July. Yet the payment does have strings attached. Of the $3,284 total payment amount, $2,662 is considered taxable income. The remaining $662 is considered energy relief and therefore will not be taxed. To qualify, recipients must be an Alaska resident for the entire year that the permanent fund dividend is issued for. But Alaska is not the only state sending out cash. New Mexico is also sending out payments to taxpayers this month. The state will start sending income tax rebates between $500 and $1,000 on June 16th. The $673 million rebates were approved by the state legislature and signed into law. Single filers will receive $500, and then joint filers will get $1,000. There are no income caps attached to this rebate. The Minnesota state legislature recently passed a bill approving rebates between $260 and $1,300. Single filers will qualify for $260, while couples can claim $520. And couples who have dependents can claim $260 payments for up to 3 dependents, for a maximum total payment of $1,300. Unlike New Mexico's rebate, Minnesota's relief payments have income requirements. Single filers must make less than $75,000 a year, while joint filers and families must make less than $150,000 annually. The bill was recently signed into law, and New Mexico residents can expect relief sometime this fall. Well, my beautiful and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Thursday. My dearest friends, thank you very, very much for joining me here every day and for being part of this community. To say thank you and to show my appreciation, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, my friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.